Hello everyone, this is Kaifu here with Game 2 in the series for FoWTCG held in Melbourne. If you guys didn't know, this is the Asia Grand Prix 2015 and we're commencing the Game 2 now in the finals. On my right side we have Anthonius, representative from Indonesia, is playing perfect Loki Control, using a lot of cancel spells such as Force, Strength, Zig, the Ancient Magic and so on to control what the opponent can play, and using a lot of removal spells overall get rid of problematic cards off the field. And not only that, has the ability to ramp overall, like using Tree Sprout, Rattle, Loki's ability to get extra field, get extra acceleration that he needs. While on my left side with Henry, representative from New Zealand, is playing Black Rush, using the Ruler Ushire, the ability for 2 costs below on turn being summoned to attack right away, and not only that, able to give explosions, so pretty much like Death Touch overall, and not only that, using like a lot of generic cards that helps in the graveyard like Grendel and so on, and create that field presence he needs. Back to the game itself. Now Henry is going first and taking for 500 point damage, and however Anthonius does break on declaration attack and blocking with the beetle he just broke, and discarding Cinderella to the graveyard, giving 600 point attack and 600 point defense currently at the moment, compared to a 500 attack and 100 defense. So meaning it will survive. It will force Henry to think will he use give explosion overall. Let's see now. If Henry does give explosion, he will lose 2 cards compared to 1, because Anthonius just got a free card on the field and didn't lose any card. Well, he lost 1 card for giving the pumping, but he won't lose any card overall that much compared to Henry. Henry at the moment only have 3 cards in hand. Anthonius has 5 cards in hand at the moment. Playing Elvish Bowman, really interesting choice. Elvish Bowman has the ability, by tapping it, you can actually destroy a target addition, so allow you to destroy those field addition, allow you to destroy the resonant addition if it was a problematic card. Now back to Henry's turn. 2 Magic Stone open at the moment, paying 1, putting a Twin Blade on the field, attacking direct for 500 point damage, and does take it, putting turning down to 3,500 life point. Now the pressure is on for Henry at the moment, because he has to do well in game 2 in order to commence to game 3, because he did lose in game 1. Spoiler alert. But however, like I said before, in any rush deck is generally in position for them to do well, because they are having this greater advantage overall, allowing you to do all those big shenanigans overall, dropping a lot of dudes, attacking for like minor damage and pushing the opponent's life on down to reload and finishing out with like burn spell overall. Depends if Henry does play. But however, if back to Anthonius' turn, he does drop the Kukunuchi, allow him to draw the extra cards he needs, the extra option he needs to do during Henry's play if he needs to. At the moment Anthonius is tapped out, but however, with that extra Henry, so he can declare as many blocker as he wants. Let's see what can he do. Now attacking with the Twin Blader for 500 attack directly at Anthonius. Let's see, does Anthonius declare a block? He does, using the Tree Spout as a sacrifice, and that's about it. Let's see what can Henry do now. Henry has to deal with the Kukunuchi at the moment. If not, that he will allow to get him to draw extra more cards overall, because the extra cards that Anthonius draw will give a lot of pressure to Henry, because at the moment Henry's down in cards because the early game he did an explosion and lost in a Twin Blader, compared to Anthonius losing 1 card, giving the Beetle by 200 attack and 200 defense, and giving Kips there, killing the Kukunuchi, not allowing Anthonius drawing any more cards overall and passing turn. But however, Anthonius does have 8 cards in hand at the moment, so allow him to get the extra option he needs. At the moment, life point wise, 4,000 life points compared to 3,100 life point at the moment, with 7 cards in hand, 8 cards in hand compared to like 3 or 4 cards in hand. Playing Gretel on the field, getting an extra resource he needs for the following play overall, and not only that, he can accelerate his play with Loki's ability if he really wants to. Playing 2, let's see what can he do. Putting a Beetle on the field, the Beetle will cause a lot of pressure, because that will hit a lot of high number, because the fact that the Beetle, if combined with Kukunuchi, will allow him to push that big ass damage, not only to get rid of dead cards he doesn't need overall. That's happy for another Magic Stone on the field and passing turn. For Anthonius, that is. Now back to Henry's turn, attacking direct for 500 point damage and getting blocked by Gretel. Gretel for training for a 5-1 for 2-2. So, and his passing turn, interestingly, I thought Henry would drop a lot of minions and attack for like massive damage, but then again he did lose a lot of hand power in the early game because of the early explosion he has to do. but he's leaving himself wide open, so he does have 4 Magic Stone untapped, so he can interact. He has interaction spell like Kiss of Death, Force Drain, and so on. But let's see what does Anthonius do overall. Anthonius is in a strong position at the moment because Henry's not in the full potential doing his rush ability, because it will leave an extra turn for Anthonius to get his play off. Let's see what's happening at the moment. Paying 400 life point to play Order the Dead for Loki's ability, resurrecting Kukunuchi, and let's see does Henry have a reaction spell to interact with that Kukunuchi play. I'm pretty sure Anthonius is baiting it out. At the moment, he doesn't bait it out, then most likely Henry doesn't have a cancel spell in hand, and even if Henry does have a cancel spell or a interaction spell, Anthonius might have a Force Drain or Absolute Cake Stone, allow him to cancel that interaction spell overall, allowing Kukunuchi to survive and draw the extra cards he needs. And drawing 2 new cards at the end phase, allowing more options for Anthonius. Now back to Henry's turn. Currently life point 4,000 compared to 2,700 life point. Life point wise does go to Henry, but however, field present hand control is going to Anthonius at the moment. So 2 out of 3 key things you need to have to win this game: life point, resources, field advantage, and hand advantage as well, which are 4 key things. Let's say 3 before. If it's 3, then my mistake is actually 4. You need 4 key things to actually get well in this game, because without those cards or without those key things, you will be in a lot of trouble. And getting Zig the Ancient Magic on Kukunuchi. Now, looks like Henry is currently tapped out, so meaning has no interaction spell or nothing he can do. Only thing he can rely on is the life break mechanic at the moment. But he already early life break early in the early game, so he doesn't have any life break at the moment unless he's on 3,000 or below. Now Anthonius will take this advantage that he knows that he's tapped out, going all shenanigan. Yes, he's going to go all shenanigan at the moment. Getting 3 spell on the field, getting the 3 extra will he needs, and creating those massive shenanigan plays. Let's see what can he do. Now he's thinking about his play. He might drop another, maybe a tree spell on the field. No, he already did drop tree spell. I mean, he might drop like a beetle or something to create the extra field present. And in playing Order the Dead, gaining another Kukunuchi back to the field. Now, the Kukunuchi will allow him to draw extra card. Now, not only that, if Henry does have a reaction spell, killing one of the Kukunuchi, it will cause Henry to use 2 Kiss of Death to kill 2 Kukunuchi on the field, not allowing Anthonius to draw any more cards, but that will be wasting a lot more hand resource overall, and attacking directly for 600 point damage with the buff from the beetle by discarding 1 card from his hand. Now let's see what can Anthonius do now. It's a judge problem at the moment, but it's nothing to big deal with. It's just something about how many he's been discarding at the moment. But he does take the 600 damage, putting Henry down to 3,400 life points. Let's see now what can he do. Paying 400 life points and putting the goat on the field and gaining that extra 800 life left, putting him back to on 3,100 life point. Now the life is going up, so meaning that rushed ability that Henry did in the early game did nothing at all. Whatever damage he did, he just gained it back right away, and also the payment for Loki's ability, he just gained it back instantly. At the moment, we have 3 Magic Stone open and 1 active Loki ability, allowing him to use a lot of interaction spell. Like, he has 3 Magic Stone open, so he can use Zig the Ancient Magic, or even use Loki's ability to use a Kiss of Death, Force Drain, or whatever he needs that Anthonius needs. Dropping another Kukunuchi for the hand resource that Henry needs at the moment. Henry only has 3 cards in hand, but let's see will Anthonius allow it. Let's see, tapping and using Kiss of Death, killing and not allowing the Kukunuchi alive on the field, allowing the hand resource that Henry needs. Now currently 5 been tapped out, so only 1 Magic Stone left. I don't think there's a lot of 1-drop instant spell at the moment to help Henry in the situation. Now Henry is wide open at the moment, and with a lot of cards on the field, Anthonius might take this advantage overall, do a lot of shenanigans, paying 400 life point to play this 1 Dark Will, and after that using Judgment, paying 1,000 life point, put him down to 1,700 life point to check the top 10 for a key card he needs. It might be the Green Giant he needs to discard overall, using the Beetle's ability, and maybe all the Order of the Dead to resurrect it overall. Now, you guys already know what the Green Giant does. The Green Giant allows you to buff all your Resonator except for himself by 100 attack and 100 defense for each different Resonator on the field. Now, taking a look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Resonator on the field, and plusing the Giant will be 7 Resonator on the field, putting 700 attack and 700 defense buff. Let's see what can he do. Discarding a card and discarding the Green Giant. That might be the card that Anthonius searched from the top 10, and using Ode of the Dead, resurrecting the Green Giant. Now all Resonator does get buffed by 700 attack, 700 defense, and not only that, the Beetle is quite big at the moment. By discarding the Giant plus 200 attack and 200 defense, additional to that 700. Now attacking directly with Kukunuchi, attacking again with another Kukunuchi, putting Henry down to 1,400 life points. Those both for Kukunuchi is sitting on 1,000 attack and 1,000 defense. Not 1,000 attack at most. Attacking the Beetle directly, and Henry decided to take it, but however, Anthonius dumps his whole hand for game. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That's the game for this series, or that's all for this series for FoWTCG Asia Grand Prix 2015. Hope you guys enjoyed it.